In the village of Umunze, there lived a man named Ebuka, known far and wide for his wealth, skill, and generosity. As the village's finest welder, Ebuka's fame spread beyond Umunze, bringing him numerous apprentices and workers who helped him build a prosperous business. His hands weren't just capable of crafting the strongest smelters, they were also opened to give generously to the poor. Despite his wealth and striking good looks, Ebuka remained humble and was loved by everyone, including the many young women who admired him from afar. However, none had captured his heart. That all changed one fateful day at the market when Ebuka saw Adaeze, the daughter of the village head. Her beauty was captivating, but what drew Ebuka in was her kindness. As he watched her give freely to those less fortunate, something in his heart stirred. She reminded him of himself, and from that day, Ebuka was smitten. Soon, a courtship blossomed between Ebuka and Adaeze. Ebuka showered her with gifts, fine clothes, and beautiful beads. But their love wasn't built on material things. They shared a deep connection, strengthened by their mutual respect and generosity. Adaeze often visited Ebuka at his workshop, bringing him food she had lovingly prepared. Their love story became the talk of the village, and when they finally wed, their marriage was a grand celebration attended by nearly everyone in Umunze. For a time, everything was perfect. Ebuka continued to grow his business, and Adaeze was the devoted wife who stood by his side. Their love seemed unbreakable, and they enjoyed the fruits of their union. But life, as it often does, threw a cruel twist into their story. One day, while working in his shop, Ebuka was teaching an apprentice how to handle a particular difficult task. A sudden spark flew into his eyes, blinding him. He was rushed to the village hospital, but the damage was done. Ebuka had lost his sight. Adaeze rushed to the hospital, her heart heavy with grief. The doctors confirmed her worst fear: Ebuka would never see again. News of his accident spread quickly, and while many villagers pitied him, some of his jealous competitors whispered that perhaps he had flown too close to the sun. Despite their whispers, Ebuka's family and friends came to offer their support, and for a time, Adaeze devoted herself to caring for him. She fed him, guided him, and helped him adjust to his new reality. Ebuka, once the strong, independent man, now relied entirely on his wife. He was grateful for her love and patience, but slowly, things began to change. As the days turned into weeks, Adaeze's dedication to her husband began to fade. At first, Ebuka noticed small things. Meals left cold, her absence more frequent. When he asked, she offered excuses, claiming she had taken up work in the village to help support them. But Ebuka, even in his blindness, could sense the distance growing between them. Unbeknownst to him, Adaeze had grown tired of her responsibilities. The vibrant social life she once enjoyed was gone, and she began to resent her husband's dependence on her. To ease her guilt and give herself more freedom, she hired a young maid, Nkem, to take care of Ebuka while she worked. Nkem was kind-hearted and dutiful, and she grew close to Ebuka as she cared for him. But Adaeze's lies went deeper than just her new job. While Nkem tended to Ebuka, Adaeze rekindled her social life, often staying out late with friends. One night, she met Obinna, a handsome young man who caught her eye. Obinna wasn't wealthy like Ebuka, but he had a charm that drew Adaeze in, and soon they began an affair. Adaeze would send Nkem on long errands just so she could bring Obinna into her home, even into the bed she shared with her blind husband. Ebuka, though he couldn't see, could smell the scent of another man's collagen lingering in his home. He could hear the unfamiliar footsteps when his wife thought he was asleep. His heart ached, but in his blindness, he felt powerless to confront her. Despite Nkem's attempts to cheer him up, Ebuka's sorrow deepened. One day, the pain of knowing his wife's betrayal caused him to collapse. Nkem quickly called for a doctor, and when Ebuka was revived, the doctor told him that his constant grief had triggered something in his eyes. There was a chance he might regain his sight. Overjoyed, Ebuka kept this revelation a secret, telling Nkem not to inform Adaeze. He wanted to see the truth for himself. Slowly, his vision began to return, and with each passing day, his plan took shape. Days later, Adaeze told Ebuka she would be away for work, but instead, she planned to spend the time with Obinna. As soon as she left, Ebuka confided in Nkem his sight had returned fully, and now he would catch Adaeze in her deceit. They devised a plan, and the trap was set. Adaeze returned home with Obinna, sending Nkem away on another long errand. Confident that her blind husband wouldn't know, she led Obinna into their matrimonial bed. But Ebuka, no longer blind, had been waiting. As they lay together, Ebuka burst into the room, his eyes wide open, his face filled with rage. Obinna fled immediately, leaving Adaeze trembling on her knees, begging for forgiveness. But Ebuka's heart had hardened. His love for her had been deep, but her betrayal had shattered him beyond repair. Ebuka called both families for a meeting, and in front of them all, he exposed Adaeze's actions. With Nkem as a witness, there was no room for denial. Adaeze wept, pleading for a second chance, but Ebuka remained firm. He declared that their marriage was over and ordered her to pack her things and leave. Before the meeting ended, Ebuka surprised everyone by announcing his intention to marry Nkem. She had been the one taking care of him when his own wife had abandoned him. And though the revelation shocked the villagers, they knew it was a decision born from Ebuka's newfound clarity. And so, Ebuka's life moved forward. Though his heart had been broken, he had found someone who truly loved him, not for his wealth or status, but for who he was. So guys, this is where I'm going to be ending this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.